वेलकम टू कैरियर बॉक्स एपिसोड। आज हम लोग बात करने वाले हैं CMT के बारे में और आज के हमारे जो गेस्ट है वो CA CFA एंड CMT हर्ष मोने है। हर्ष, वेलकम टू कैरियर बॉक्स एपिसोड।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast. I'm very much looking forward to it. And let's see how the question and answers go.
Yes. Now, Harsh, so my first question is that what is your journey so far as a qualified professionals, and you have a three combination of qualifications, CA, CFA and CMT, but our focus more on the CMT part, but just explain your journey.
Yeah, so first of all, my journey into financial markets started with CA course. Then after I also did my CFA, and during that time I came to know about valuations and investments. So that was the time I was more keen on to knowing. So I was already knowing what to buy, but I was more keen on to knowing when to buy, why charts behave in a certain manner and not the other way around and all. So that's when I came across a CMT course. So initially during my CA and CFA days, I was more inclined towards stock market and all. So I was having bit of a knowledge of it. Then I started my CMT journey, and after clearing my CMT, I got practical exposure in various subjects matters like technical analysis, equity research. I've been managing client funds for a while now. So that has been the start of my CMT journey.
Recently, you are working with Pi Square
Yes.
as a quantitative analysis. So exactly explain what is a quantitative analysis.
Right. So what we do is we backtest various systems based on quant models. So we use probability concepts, stats concept, even the risk management concepts that we have done in CMT course. So we apply those and we build systems that we can use on the funds that we have, and that is basically the core of quant analysis. So you backtest the systems based on various models and then you deploy the funds. So it is more on the quant part, not just looking at the chart and breakouts and breakdowns and support resistance and all.
Okay, means I can say that technical analysis is more focus on the data and psychology both.
Yes, so it is more about market psychology, human behavior, then probability concepts, stats concept, discipline in trading and all. So these are all the things that I have learned during my CMT course. So that's where CMT is quite helpful to me.
Now, my question is that when you select the CMT, what are the exact subjects part and examinations level in CMT, and what examination centers availabilities in India?
Right. So taking your first question, what chapters are included or what knowledge did I get in CMT? So first of all, CMT is not just about reading charts. It is way beyond that. It covers basic technical rules to Dow theory rules, breadth indicators, volume indicators, price action charts, then Elliott wave, Neo wave, Dow theory, then even the concepts like market psychology, human behavior. These all concepts are also included in. Then statistical concepts like probability, risk management, performance evaluation, portfolio management. These are the vast knowledge. This is the vast knowledge that I got during my CMT course. Now coming to the examinations part, the fees part, I would say it's bit on the costlier side. So the first time registration fee is around $250, and for each level of exam you will have to register for somewhat between $875 to $1475 depending on when you register for the exam. So whether you register for early bird, the standard registration, the late registration. So if I convert it to INR, it would somewhat be around 2.5 to 4.5 lakh in INR. And the examination centers, so these are available in Ahmedabad, Bombay, Kolkata, major cities.
Prometrics.
So, Prometric examination centers. So first two levels are MCQ based, and the third one includes both the theory part as well as the MCQ based, subjective as well as the MCQ based part.
Okay.
Yes.
Just take it that way. The person who complete their CMT, so they have a two status. Only clearing the examinations you can get affiliate membership, but when you get the charter, then after
Yes.
you are considered as a members of the institute. So
Yes.
what is your stage just now?
So to get the charter, you will require 3 years of experience in the predefined fields, and after that you will have to get sponsored by 3 charter holders. So that's when you will get the charter degree. So once you clear all the 3 papers, you will have to do these 2 things as well to get the charter degree.
Okay, once you get the chartered degrees, then what is exit advantage available there?
Right. So talking from the job perspective part, a person who has cleared CMT and is a charter holder in CMT gets to work in various fields like wealth management, fund management. He can work in AIFs, PMS, hedge funds. He can work in a proprietary desk. He can work as a quant researcher. So he can even start his own trading. So that is also a big thing if you have done a CMT. So it would generally make you self-independent. So this is one thing that I feel that CMT offers you, which is very much neglected. So it helps you become self-independent.
हर्ष, एक और क्वेश्चन है, क्योंकि तुम्हारे पास 3 क्वालिफिकेशन है तो उसकी कंपैरिजन भी हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो पहले हम लोग कंपैरिजन करेंगे कि हाउ यू कंपेयर CFA विथ CMT.
Okay, fine. So CFA is more on reading the financial statements, the balance sheet हो गई, then notes to accounts हो गए, attending the earnings call, management calls, valuations, asset allocation. So these are the core concepts of CFA that you learn during that course. As far as CMT is concerned, it is more on market psychology, human behavior, discipline. It regulates your discipline, risk management part. So technical indicators. So this is what you get to learn in CMT, and as I said in CFA, it's more about the company valuation, business modeling, DCF valuations and all. So that is the core difference between.
Okay, both are the US qualification, but having a different dimension.
Yes, I feel both are complementary to each other. So the market is driven by not just by fundamentals, but I think it is also driven by market psychology as well. So
very true, very true.
Yes.
Again, when we are sitting, always we have a comparison with Indian qualification also, and you have a chartered accountancy qualification also, because you began your professional career with the chartered accountancy qualification. So we have a comparisons on CA with CMT also.
Okay, fine. So CA is a vast course, right? So it covers so many major topics like taxation, indirect taxation, law, audit, financial reporting, financial management and all. So it is a vast field, right? So basically I think CA opens the door for you to step onto any field. It gives you a stage from where you can carry on your professional journey into financial markets. But as far as CMT is concerned, it is more concentrated on the technical part. So reading the charts, human psychology, as I said, market psychology, human behavior, statistical concepts that are used in trading and all. So CA will give you a stage, and from there you can add your value with the help of these courses. Like it can be CFA, it can be CMT, it can be any other course as well.
Yes. This is always a trend today. Okay, with one Indian qualification, people try to chase one international qualification in the future. Now, one more thing, as you see in the corporate careers, what you feel one particular skill set is very important in the corporate, and that you want to advise to the youth.
Right. So the most important I feel is the communication skills, communication and presentation skills. The way you approach any problem, that is also important. So these 3 skills, I would say, not the top, but these 3 skills I would say that are of utmost importance.
So yes, communication skills is a very important part. Many of our guests indicating on the same direction. Now one more things, you know very well AI is coming up. So AI is changing everything.
True.
So on that part, how the AI would impact to CMT's professional careers?
Okay, so I feel AI has already been penetrated into technical analysis. So right from collecting data to running the scanners, screening charts and all, to taking trades, to performance measurement, portfolio management to client communication, reporting and all. So I feel AI has already penetrated it. But I think what AI can't replace is human behavior in times of uncertainty. It can't read, I would say, human psychology. So these are the things where human intervention will be needed in future. So I feel going forward, it would not be AI versus technical analyst. It would be AI plus technical analyst. So the ones who use AI, I think they will be much more productive and would be helpful in generating more returns.
Okay, so person with AI knowledge, always having the mileage on the part, and always judgmental aspect is always remains with the human people structure. So that is very correct. Now at final stage, I want another understanding. You can elaborate the fundamental analysis with the technical analysis because it is something connected with CMT.
So fundamental is more on reading the financial statements, attending the earnings call, management calls, deriving valuations based on various models. It can be DCF model, it can be revenue model or anything sort of that. Technical part, it's more on reading the charts. So why does a chart behave in a certain way and not the other way around? It's more on understanding the human psychology. Why does a chart reverse from this level, or why does it go up from this level? So technical part is more on that. If you have done CFA, fundamental analysis, you would be more inclined towards joining an investment bank or a research house where fundamentals, where they do the research based on fundamentals. Whereas as far as CMT is concerned, you would be more on the technical prop desk side. So you would be doing some quantitative modeling. You can be into managing prop funds. So that's the basic difference. I feel both are complementary to each other rather than, conflicting.
Yes. So fundamental always decides what to buy, and technical always decides when to buy. So it is what versus the when we say fundamental versus technical analysis. Now, your journey for 7-8 years in the equity part, how you compare the corporate life and the equity life structure wise?
So initially I started my articleship journey in taxation field. I did my articleship in taxation. Then after that I worked for an IT firm as well as a finance consultant. After that I switched into financial markets field, into this equity research part. So I feel that was something. So this financial markets, this technical research, I feel it's always a new day over there. It's the days are never the same. Like as you say in market, that patterns repeat. They do repeat, but when which pattern will repeat, that is up to you.
Second things, you can see today's market is so dynamic because of we can say Trump.
Yes.
So every day is the conclusions and things will be changed. So because of that, market is having dynamics. So how technical part would be countering these things?
So technical part helps you understand the market psychology, and now the market is reacting less to what Trump is saying. Initially, a year back, it was reacting too much. It was very volatile on each and every statement of Trump. Now it's reacting much less, and that's how the human psychology develops as well. That if you go on feeding the same thing every now and again, then its impact gets a bit less compared to...
Yes, it's very interesting because now you can get the ideas about the pattern of what Trump's saying. So we can now predict that perfectly and we can counter that things perfectly on the risk management part. So it's a very interesting. Today in CMT, we get the details about the how the examination structure would be there, and what is the cost for examination structures. If anybody want to select that course, what would be the cost structure? Finally, conclusion wise, what duration is needed? What is the examination gap? So level 1, 2, 3.
So it's 6 months. So I did my CMT in 1.5 years because I had practical exposure. So it was quite, the first 2 levels were a bit easy comparatively for me. So the examination format is June and December. It comes every 6 monthly. So half yearly. Yeah, okay, June and December.
Yes, so 1.5 years is the normal
1.5
duration.
years is normal duration for you to complete. You can complete it in a span of 1.5 years.
What is minimum eligibility you considers for a CMT qualification?
So there's no minimum eligibility criteria. Any person who is doing his undergrad can also enroll for this course. So yeah, any person who is doing his undergrad.
Yes, but
can
for
enroll.
getting chartered, they need.
But for getting charter, you need to have a prerequisite number of hours of experience in the fields that they have specified. Plus, you need to get sponsored by 3 charter holders.
Then the charter qualification can be
yes,
possible.
You can have a charter.
So very interesting. So we get very important insight for CMT course, because in India, what I feel, CMT qualification awareness is very less, and people not having that thought process. We need formal qualifications to get into technical analysis. They do the short course, they see the YouTube videos, and they try to gain the knowledge. But ultimately, you know very well, we are entering into such a era where certification becomes very important. And if you want to work with US people, then again I tell you, the certification is very important in future. We feel certified technician, technical analysis having real values in the market. So you can prefer your careers regarding technical analysis, and you always need to check yourself, okay, whether you are more inclined to fundamental analysis or more inclined to technical analysis. When your choices come to technical analysis, then obviously I advise you, okay, you can go for CMT qualification. So Harsh, thankful on behalf of LJ University and Radio LJ. We are thanking you, because your insight is very helpful for the students who want to do the CMT course. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.